Hello and welcome to Friday, the 3rd of January. I would like to pay my respects to the spirits of the land here where it is blue. It's amazing. It's blue, there's no wind. Actually, it's quite hot. Okay. I feel like this is another turning point. I don't know. Days 1 and 2 of the year were like good, but I feel like this one, like the momentum is really starting to get in there. I know I've made some decisions today or yesterday that were just a spin-off from the whole New Year's Capricorn new moon intentions, but I feel like I can feel the momentum starting to move now. So I hope that the same is applicable to you and that you can actually start feeling like you're getting somewhere. I'm just clicking the buttons. There we go. It says I've got someone here. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So, good morning, Kath. How are you? My desk is an absolute mess right now. I've got cardboard on top of, I'm making my vision board for the year. Hey, Caroline, that's awesome. Good morning, Louise. How are you? So yeah, I've got all my when I was at Mum's, I got some magazines off her. So now I have a whole lot this year of words. I have a third house perfection, which means the focus on my chart this year is the third house, which is communication, writing, words, neighborhoods, transport, siblings. So I'm going to see my sibling, and I definitely have a lot of words in plan. So, anyway, let's get back to today. All right, so Friday the 3rd. This is a powerful day where we experience the second hit of this Mars opposition Pluto. Good morning, Heather. So, except for this time, Mars is in Leo retrograde. I believe the first one was Mars in Cancer and Pluto in Capricorn. So that was on the 3rd of November. So um, a month ago, 2 months ago, 2 months ago. Sorry. All right. So now it looks different, but it's just as powerful. All right, so this marks a critical point of this inner transformation where you can adjust and refine your approach. Examine where it's playing out for you and see what it's doing. Like, if you want to know what houses this is being affected by, just DM me. If I've got your chart, I will just let you know. So just to give you that extra bit of clarity, because like I said, first hit 3rd of November, second hit today, and that third hit is going to be the 27th of April. So if something is going on for you, then you can expect that it's going to play out until then. And each time, like the first hit, something happened. The second hit today, you're like observing and refining. And in addition to the opposition today, there are two inconjuncts, which I'll get to, that are also going to assist you in this moving through clarity or whatever it is that you're experiencing. All right, so does it need more attention to help with the resolution? All right, sit in the feelings this afternoon. It may help you connect with what else is needed. So this afternoon we have Venus moving into Pisces at 2:25. So rather than Venus being on the floor or in the community having a look at what everyone else needs, she's going to be coming into her exalted place. Good morning, Kathy, where she is like the honored guest in a kingdom or queendom that just wants to embrace her. All right, so she's fully psychic, she's absolutely timeless beauty. She's got all of her robes on. She's just looking magnificent. And she is very much a queen in this place. So now the other two aspects that I was talking about. So that opposition is at 6 p.m. So just be aware. Good morning, Kathy. Just be aware at around that 6 p.m. mark. If you don't know what the transformation is playing out, then this could be a very volatile type of aspect. All right. So, especially if that Mars in Leo, all right. So, think of that masculine energy, which is in a very proud place, but it's retrograde. So, it's looking within, might be feeling very vulnerable. Morning, Alicia. So, yeah, Mars might be feeling quite vulnerable, but that Pluto opposition is like look at yourself or look at the things so that you can transform into this freedom state. All right, Pluto in Aquarius. Anyway, that's how I'm looking at it. Okay, so but if you're not aware of it and you're feeling vulnerable, then you might just get a little bit atomic and be pushing people away, because remember, Aquarius is also emotionally detached because it's thinking of the bigger picture. All right, so or it's intellectualizing rather than observing and adjusting, potentially. All right, so now the other two. Sun in conjunct Jupiter at 2 p.m. All right, so just before Venus moves into, good morning, Kay. How are you? Happy New Year. So, yeah, Sun, Jupiter. All right, so at 2 p.m., the Sun in Capricorn, which is doing this, how are we going to plan our lives and what's the process that we're looking at? Also, don't forget bones, ligaments, your skin. It's getting better. It's almost gone. But yeah, like the things that contain us as well, you know. Capricorn is those foundations, all right? So that sun is looking at Jupiter or is in conjunct. So standing on the seesaw, or we're standing on the seesaw. Good morning, Amanda. How are you? And we are making adjustments because of the wisdom that we have within, all right? Jupiter in Gemini retrograde, all right? So we know things that are going to help us if we make the adjustments to our foundations or to the way we structure and live our lives, all right? So that's the first one. In addition, all right? Also, sorry, the second one that I'm talking about. All right, the third aspect is tomorrow morning at 2 a.m., but that is Venus, all right, then in Pisces, all right, so she's feeling, this is where this afternoon I said to maybe sit in it and feel what needs to happen. She is in conjunct the South Node in Libra. So she's actually ruling the South Node. All right. So she is then looking at what I feel. Good morning, Jen. All right. So she's like, how do I feel? And what adjustments are going to make me feel better? All right. So there is the wisdom within to make the adjustments required to have a look for that clarity, that and the critical point of this inner transformation that we are doing. Oh, how does that feel? Like I just feel like it's going to be a really good day. And like I was saying in the beginning, I know that this is the third day of the year and it's the fourth day after the new moon, but I feel like I'm actually starting to really make progress without giving myself a hard time because fuck, it's only a calendar, but to just acknowledge that, oh yeah, okay, I can see things differently now. Oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try this. And if that doesn't work, you can just try something else. Now, another one that we've got is also the sun is sextile Saturn. So this is just steady accomplishment, just plodding along, just keep on keeping on, chip away, don't give yourself a hard time. All right, because the other one that we've got that has just started is the square to Chiron in Aries, being ruled by Mars in Leo retrograde. All right, so the vulnerability that we might be able to face with that Mars in Leo is also what Chiron is wearing. All right, so remember we say when planets are in signs and different houses, they are like wearing different outfits. All right, so now, you know, so every time Mars moves, Chiron feels differently. All right, so Chiron now direct, wearing a cloak that may feel vulnerable because it's happened to witness itself. The sun square that allows us to not only see where the tension is, but build upon it. All right. I'm always going to use that step up, that step that can build those glutes, that can make you stronger, that can, you know, yes, it hurts. Oh my God, I did deadlifts yesterday and my legs and glutes are like, oh, but I know I already feel stronger for it. All right. So, yeah, there's tension, ladies, but this is the shit that makes you grow every single day. And I love that. All right. So that's pretty much all of the things I wanted to talk about. Now, at that 1:30, so you know that inconjunct is at 2, but at 1:30 the moon is sextile Mercury, all right? So Mercury moves into Capricorn next week. So yeah, Mercury moves in on the 8th. So Mercury has been in Sagittarius for 2 months. All right. So this philosophical, spiritual journey that we've been doing is coming to an end. All right. So while that moon in Aquarius, let's look at all of our surroundings and see what is good for everyone and plan our future hopes, dreams, and intentions. They're talking nicely to each other, and I think any of these N degree ones is going to allow you to apply what you have learned with Mercury's transit to how you see the bigger picture now. So I like that as well, because then when we see the bigger picture and we understand what the whole journey's been about, we can use that Jupiter in Gemini retrograde to make the adjustments to our foundations so that we can just continue on with the whole story. How does that feel? Like, is this relevant for you? Like, just pop it in the, if it's a yes, just pop it in the yes. If you get where this is applied in your life, also pop it in the comments because I would love to see that, what I'm saying is making sense to people, really. So let's draw a card. Going to go back to the Dreamweavers today because that felt good. Or did I do that yesterday? Yeah, I did, didn't I? We had the wolf card yesterday. Yeah. Anyway, today, and this is the thing, it's the power of what you can do in this moment right now. And that's one that I'm really having to embrace is what can you do right now? These thoughts that we're having that might want to take us back to where we've been, you can control this right now. And if you are like me, and looking for dopamine in different areas, then go for a walk or do some push-ups. I am talking to myself here. Try to seek the reason why you have those bad habits. Try to seek solutions in other areas. Okay, so the card to summarize today, this one. Oh, that was a very, very big, this one. Oh, hang on. So much shit on my desk. Good morning, Anita. How are you? All right, so we have card number 2. Let the fire dragon sleep. Oh, look at that. I love that. That's such a nice card. All right. Card number 2. 2. A warning to stay out of drama a la Mars opposition Pluto. Oh, I like that. I like that. Respecting the consequences of possible dangerous outcomes and dealing with contrary people. Fire dragon. Fire dragons are powerful and uncontrollable. By their very nature, they can cause destruction and damage that can take a long time to heal from. These creatures like their rest. They don't like to be awakened by a stranger. When this card arrives, it's a gentle warning that whatever situation or person is inviting you to dance with anger, jealousy, or resentment must be avoided. Hi, Julie. The first coffee. Absolutely. And thank you, Jen. Thank you. All right. This is not the time to battle for or even engage in arguments because there is no underlying strategy or logic to the situation at hand. You will cause yourself and others unnecessary suffering if you take this on because you're sure to lose. Don't let anyone or any situation provoke you. Know the situation is rooted in a deep, unhealed wound, one either inflicted by you or projected onto you. This situation cannot be healed through this expression, for it could become an indulgence and a misuse of power. That said, the fire dragons are not your enemy. They arrive to warn you when you are about to make a choice that could potentially hurt you. Be very thankful for this. You can say no and choose to move away from danger to higher ground. Have a sense of humor now, for laughter tickles the fire dragon, lulling them to their rest. So let them sleep content and curled up in their cave. You will be glad you did. So I love that. Using that. Ah, yes. Must watch the dragons. Yeah, it is so very powerful. So remember that 6 p.m. mark, all right? And I just even, all right, okay, the vision or the thing that they want me to tell you, this is very, very strong, is just to watch if it is your partner or a masculine influence, that if they are, just remember Mars retrograde in Leo, they are witnessing themselves and feeling quite vulnerable. All right, so that opposition, we don't want to poke the bear or wake the fire dragon. All right, because why? Because we can make adjustments based on wisdom. We can, like Venus, in conjunct South Node in Libra, all right, we know what in partnerships is going to tick people off. Oh, good morning, Sean. Excellent, Amanda. Absolutely. So, yeah, just a lot of stuff around today, ladies, but you have completely got this. And I just love the dynamic that is starting to happen. Now, even tomorrow, all right, tomorrow we have a couple more in conjuncts, all right? So, tomorrow we have Mercury in conjunct Uranus, all right? So, there is something about our values that Mercury in Sagittarius that's been doing that whole journey of what do I believe is making an adjustment to its comfort and security. All right. So whether you've learned a lesson that allows you to readjust how you stand on the ground, maybe. And then so that was at 6:30 a.m. So that's before I speak to you. But then at 10:30 a.m., Venus in Pisces is going to be in conjunct Mars in Leo. All right. So Leo's going to get that soothing balm. All right. So if Venus can let go of what is holding her down, excellent, Kath. Yay. Yeah. So if Venus can let go of the codependency or something that she's always done today, then she might be able to soothe and calm Mars tomorrow. So that I hope it all clicks into place what the stars are trying to say to you or the planets are trying to say. And yeah, don't poke the bear or wake the fire dragon at 6 p.m. Lucky I was able to step back and look. Oh, excellent, Jen. Still got a little bit caught up, and that's life. Oh my God, how exhausting is it to be consciously aware of every action that you take every moment that you're living? Like we're not Buddhas, we're not monks, or whatever's meditating 20 hours a day. We are people living lives. Then we have to consciously stop and observe and also witness ourselves, like how am I, because you are the center of your universe. Shit happens to you, all right? So is your antenna somehow emitting a belief or an old story that is no longer relevant? Venus in conjunct South Node, all right? Let that story go, make the adjustments, and step into your queenly robes this afternoon. And amazing. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, ladies. Mwah. You guys are all awesome. Bye.